Good evening and a warm welcome to you all. You're currently watching the Golden Score Show right here on Non-Field Flicks with me, Adelani Ogunrinade, bringing you the very latest in the world of sports. Stay tuned for the very latest stories. Welcome back to the Golden Score Show. Well, as promised, I have the latest for you happening in the world of sports. Now, let me give you the stories making headlines this Wednesday night. Manchester United signed Nigerian youngster. Karim Benzema back in French squad. Manchester United seal second spot while City rivals lose. Chelsea boosts Champions League hopes. Deontay Wilder demands $20 million for Anthony Joshua fight. Now let's get deeper into the stories. Manchester United have completed the signing of Anglo-Nigerian youngster Kobe Umobowani. Now Kobe has been offered a rolling contract by the Red Devils after impressing their academy coaches over the last 1 year while training with the club. Good luck to him. It's always nice to hear that our African youngsters are doing big things. Now let's look at the latest story in European football. And you wouldn't believe this. I don't believe it too. Karim Benzema back in the French squad. Real Madrid striker Karim Benzema has been named in France's 26-man squad for this summer's European Championship after an absence of nearly 6 years. He has not played for his country since 2015 as a result of his alleged involvement in an attempted blackmail case involving an ex-France teammate. Benzema has scored 27 goals in 81 appearances for France, including netting twice in his last outing for the national team during a 4-0 friendly win over Armenia. He has been one of Real Madrid's standout players this season, scoring 29 goals, including 11 in 10 games and providing 8 assists in all competitions. I'm so excited to see Karim Benzema back in French colors. I think he deserves it. He's an amazing striker. Now let's move on to the latest in the English Premier League as Manchester United seal second spot while City rivals lose. Edinson Cavani secured Manchester United's spot in the league with a brilliant 40-yard lobbed goal, but the Red Army were unable to mark the occasion with a victory as relegated Fulham came back to draw at Old Trafford. Meanwhile, their City rivals failed to secure even a single point. Pep Guardiola would not be too disappointed with the 3-2 loss to Brighton as the citizens have already won the league and are setting their sights on a Champions League showdown with Chelsea. Now, speaking of Chelsea, Chelsea boost their Champions League hopes. Just 3 days after losing to the Foxes, Thomas Tuchel's Blue Army got some level of revenge, courtesy of goals by Antonio Rudiger and Jorginho. Goals in front of 8,000 fans were all Chelsea needed. Now, informed striker Kelechi Iheanacho pulled 1 goal back, but it was not enough. The win takes Chelsea to 3rd place on the table, while Liverpool could knock Leicester down to 5th place if they win at Burnley tonight. Now let's look at what is happening in the world of boxing, and that is also hitting up because Deontay Wilder demands $20 million for Anthony Joshua fight. Now, it's certainly not what you all think it is. Tyson Fury might not get to face Anthony Joshua anymore in his next fight after Deontay Wilder requested £20 million to step aside and allow their bouts to go ahead. Fury agreed to face Joshua in a highly anticipated fight in August, but Wilder has a contractual right to face Fury for a 3rd time. Fury stopped Wilder in 7 rounds in February 2020 to become WBC World Heavyweight Champion. 14 months on from when the pair shared a thrilling draw in a first meeting. A third fight was slated for 2020, but delays caused by the COVID-19 pandemic and an injury to Wilder prompted Fury to focus on facing Joshua. Joshua holds the WBO, WBA, and IBF belts, meaning a bout with Fury would have been the first at heavyweight for all 4 world titles. Well, I feel like either way it goes, it's still going to be a very entertaining bout. If we see Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder for a third time, I know we'll be treated to amazing entertainment. But personally, you know what I would like to see? I would like to see Deontay Wilder fight Anthony Joshua. That's what I really, really want to see. But also, Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury would also be an incredible bout. What do you guys think? Well, put it in the comments below, or you could give us a call and let us know what your thoughts are about this situation. And the number to call is 078-053-9184. You could just drop us a message and let us know which fight most appeals to you. After the break, we'll be talking to Emmanuel Ogunrinade that will be giving us some NBA stories he found interesting, and we haven't gotten a chance to speak since the weekend, so we would also be reviewing some of the things that happened over the weekend. You don't want to miss it. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Golden Score Show right here on Non-Field Flicks, and I hope you're enjoying the show as much as I'm enjoying bringing it to you. Oh, there's so much to talk about. But let's start Emmanuel Ogunrinade off. Okay, I didn't introduce him. Emmanuel Ogunrinade is here with us today. How are you feeling, Emmanuel?
Adelani, I'm so excited to be here once again.
All right.
Well, it's been a while, man.
Glad to see that you're off holiday mode.
Yeah.
You know, he's back with us. He went to Cape Town for a while. He didn't invite any of us, but that's a conversation for another day. Emmanuel, great to have you back. We really missed you here.
I'm happy to be here, man.
All right.
So happy to be here.
Emmanuel, let's get straight into it because we haven't had a chance to speak since all the action that happened over the weekend. I mean, we saw the unthinkable, a goalkeeper scoring a goal.
Okay.
You know,
Alisson.
Yeah. Really, like, hey, if Arsenal did to replace any of their strikers, they must just go sign Alisson, really. He's proven he could do it. But before we discuss all that drama in the English Premier League, let's look at the NBA. Tell me, what impressed you over the weekend?
They had a lot of actions in the NBA. You know, Dallas was expected to win their final game of the campaign against the struggling Minnesota Timberwolves. But in a rather shocking twist, it was Wolves who came out dominating the showdown, you know. Meanwhile, the Blazers, who were expected to lose to the Denver Nuggets, came out swinging right from the start and showed their hunger with 132-116 victory to ensure the NBA playoff spot.
I mean, that is
So those
incredible.
are some of the stories that we have in the NBA.
I mean, that is incredible. I know LeBron James and the Lakers also beat the New Orleans Pelicans as expected. But the crazy end to the season meant they're staying at 7th and going to the play-in tournament to face the Golden State Warriors in the opening round. So, yeah, I mean, you know, the NBA is heating up. Steph Curry is also just making history left, right, and center. But we'll get into all of that you know, in shows to come. You know, we love the NBA, we love football, and we also love Chelsea.
And we love sports.
You know? Yes. You know, Emmanuel Ogunrinade here. I've been tormenting him when we've been off air on his cell phone, like the FA Cup final. I sent him a message. I know most of you watching at home would have liked to send him a message just to taunt him a bit. Emmanuel Ogunrinade, why are you not smiling now? Chelsea won yesterday.
Yeah, they did.
But the FA Cup final, what happened?
A lot of things happened, and as fans, we didn't know until after the FA Cup was played against Leicester City. The coach benched a lot of quality players. The players that have been starting lately, the likes of Havertz, Mendy, who is our #1 goalkeeper. He benched him against Arsenal, and we lost that game. So everybody now thinking he was preparing for the final of the FA Cup against Leicester City. But that wasn't to be, because when he got to the final again, he benched the same set of players, and we were kind of worried. What was he trying to achieve? We didn't know he was benching them for the game that they played yesterday, which is a game against Leicester, again in the Premier League. And according to him, he said that the contract given to him was for him to make sure that he qualified for the Champions League come next season. It wasn't for him to win the FA Cup. But I'm saying to myself that if you as a coach, as a professional footballer, as a professional coach, your aim should be to win trophies. If you are given a mandate, a contract that stipulates Adelani qualifies us for the top 4, and you have an opportunity to win a trophy, why not go for the trophy? That's why we have different coaches, the likes of Jose Mourinho, who are way experienced, because they want to win. They don't care what the contract is. They just want to win trophies. I give a very quick example. Leicester City hired Ranieri, right? Their contract was keep us in the Premier League. That was in 2016. Keep us in the Premier League. What did he do? He exceeded everyone's expectation and won the league. And that was a plus actually to his CV and also to the team. But for this coach to come outside and say because FA Cup wasn't important, I mean, a lot of Chelsea fans are hurt, myself inclusive. We're not happy that we lost that FA Cup. We wanted, if you ask me, I prefer Chelsea winning the FA Cup than qualifying for Champions League. But hey, if that is what the club hired him for, who am I to complain?
Yes, and that's also something we can engage our Chelsea viewers on. If you're a Chelsea supporter, make sure you get on our social media pages and engage with us. What would you rather have seen? Would you rather have seen Chelsea qualify for the Champions League or see them win the FA Cup final? Emmanuel Akura Ada prefers a FA Cup win to a Champions League spot. Now, Emmanuel, they won yesterday against Leicester.
Yeah.
At least they rectified their errors. The top 4, how do you see it going? Because if Liverpool win tonight, then Leicester drop down to 5th. And for me, Leicester deserve to be in the top 4. They've been incredible this season.
They're a solid team. They're a team that, the team cohesion you can see in the Leicester City side. They have a coach that believes so much in them, in the players. We can see our own Iheanacho scoring week in, week out, Despite the fact that they lost against Chelsea, he scored a goal. And to me, they're performing very well. They deserve, like I said, they deserve to be in the top 4. But this is tough. You're talking also about Liverpool, the reigning champions, the guys who are supposed to be in the top 4. They were supposed to defend the league. But due to the one thing or the other, they were unable to defend the title, but they are also fighting to qualify. This is tight. It's tight in the sense that Chelsea want to qualify, and right now what they're playing against Aston Villa away, if they can win that game, they qualify, and if Liverpool can also win their matches, and Leicester City also fail to beat Tottenham on the final day, or Liverpool win their final game, that means Leicester City are going to be out. And if Chelsea can also miss out on the top 4, go ahead to beat Manchester City in the Champions League final, they might as well just qualify for Champions League. You see, so the race for the Champions League is too tight to a point where at this stage we can only analyze it, but we don't know who's going to finish in the top 4.
In the top 4. And speaking of the top 4, we saw Alisson, the goalkeeper.
Incredible stuff. Yeah.
Liverpool, there's just something about that club. They just know how to make history. They just know how to do something phenomenal. Were you shocked to see that?
I was shocked in a way, the way he did it, the time in which he did it. They needed it, and he was there as a goalkeeper to help. And you can't help but just, you can't help but just applaud that guy, man. The guy is so good. Like what he did as a goalkeeper. Remember, he came into Liverpool. When they signed him from Roma, he came in and he won them the league and the Champions League. That's how good the guy was. And he proved once again on that day. I said something to somebody that Manchester City were very lucky. Forget the fact that they are good. They were lucky in the sense that they took their chances when they had the opportunity to do that. If Manchester City did not win the league before now, it was going to be difficult for them to win it. With the forming with Chelsea, Manchester United, Liverpool are coming back, it was going to be difficult. Imagine if this was middle season.
It was
going to be difficult for anybody to win.
Speaking of the Manchester clubs, Manchester United, their fans still don't seem like they're happy with what they achieved this season. But I actually feel like they exceeded expectations this season.
You can understand the frustration of the fans. As the club is a big club, the last time they won the league was when? 2013, when Ferguson was there. And as a club like Manchester United and Arsenal that used to compete every year, for the title, they were used to winning. And now people that are coming, Manchester is not an Europa standard club. These clubs are above that standard. They want to be clubs that will be winning domestically. They want to be clubs that will also be dominating continentally. So when it comes to the point where they are now just, you want them to be okay with finishing in the top two, no, they're not happy about it. They want to be competing for the title. That's why you see a lot of them. I feel Ole has done a wonderful job.
Right.
In as much as a lot of people are criticizing him for not doing well, he has done a lot. In the league where the likes of Chelsea, Arsenal, and Liverpool are not doing very well, you can rate them high. But if in a standard league where Chelsea are in form and all these teams are in form, you will say, okay, no, they're not doing very well because everybody is expecting them to be first and not second. So I understand where the fans are coming from.
Okay, now let's look at the story for me of the day. Karim Benzema returning to the French squad. I'm a big Karim Benzema fan.
Yeah.
Anybody that knows me knows. I feel he's one of the finest strikers in Europe at the moment.
One of the best.
And he's doing it at the age of 33.
33. And he's the best. And we can all see that this season, that he carried Real Madrid on his shoulders. There were so many times when he came to their rescue. There were so many times when Sergio Ramos, who is their leader, wasn't there. He stepped up, rather, and became the leader of the team and was able to, if he had people who had the same fighting spirit as him, I don't think Chelsea were going to take them out of the Champions League semi-final. But because he was doing it alone. He's a guy who, we missed him during the 2008 World Cup that French won. The French national team, 2018, that they won. I was angry at the fact that he wasn't there. Because if he had won that World Cup, to me, he's a complete player. He's very good. He has done it. But they don't give him the credit that he deserves. Papers don't talk about him.
Imagine Karim Benzema and Kylian Mbappe together.
You understand what I'm saying? That was going to be something else. But this is also a learning curve for him as a man. He's 33. He's still playing, but I think going forward he will learn. He made a terrible mistake, with his former teammate Van Buena about the issue in France, and that also took him away from the soccer when it comes to the national team. So I think as a man, you go through some of these things for you to be able to have the experience and become a better person in the future.
Oh man, but Karim Benzema, what is it going to add to this current French squad?
Experience. He is good. He is good. Remember when this guy was with Lyon? He did it. He came to Real Madrid, and a lot of people were because the spotlight was on Cristiano Ronaldo in Real Madrid. So people don't talk about him, don't get to see his worth. But do you know this guy is one of the top 5 highest goal scorers for Real Madrid?
Wow.
People don't look at that.
Yes.
You see, that is how good he is. And he has been consistent.
Yes.
You see that he has been on top of the game for a long time.
If it played in the World Cup, I know for sure France would have scored more goals.
More goals, because that is how experienced
maybe they would have won the final like 13-2. Or 13-3.
So coming into we can all agree that Mbappe is good. no doubt about it, and he's maturing as a very good player. But he needed somebody like that to be able to mentor him in the national team, somebody that he would play with, somebody that has been around for a long time who has done it, and then they will play together. That was going to be something else, you know. So him going back there, see France being unstoppable.
Well, incredible stuff. To the viewers watching at home, guess what? You have an opportunity to win something right here on Non-Field Flicks. All you have to do is predict who's going to win the Europa League final, also predict who's going to win the Champions League final. And this Sunday, let's start from this Sunday. This Sunday, if you can rightfully predict the top 4 in the English Premier League, you get a chance to win something. So all you have to do is make a video discussing your predictions of the English top 4 and also who's going to win the league in France. The English top 4, who's going to win the league in France on Sunday. So you can make a video and predict those 2 things and you stand a chance to win something. You just have to tag us at Non-Field Flicks on Instagram, also tag us on Facebook, or you could even call in +2778 053 9184. You could call in and tell us who you think is going to end up in the top 4 in England and who's going to win the French league. And then next week, there are more chances to win things with all those finals. All you have to do is tell us who's going to win the Champions League and who is going to win that Europa League. So, guys, get cracking. Make that video, send it to us, and stand a chance to win something very interesting. All right, so that wraps up the show. Emmanuel Akorada, thank you so much for being with us. And the viewers at home, thank you so much for watching. Till next time, goodbye.